this is Miss C and welcome to week 1 of the Sketchbook Challenge. The Sketchbook Challenge is a weekly drawing challenge where you'll be given a prompt to respond to based on an artist, and you'll have 1 week to make 2 pages in your sketchbook responding to that prompt. What is the purpose of the Sketchbook Challenge? To cultivate an art practice for yourself, to create space for yourself to reflect on your own experience right now, to use art as a form of stress relief and anxiety relief. When you're drawing, time disappears, and you can forget your worries for a little while, to process your emotions, to open up your mind to new art styles, ideas, techniques, to play, to have fun, to experiment and to take risks, to try something new, and finally to pay attention. So, first what you need is a sketchbook. If you don't have yours, 2 pieces of paper will do just fine. Second, you need whatever materials you have on hand to make art. So you can use pencils, you can use pens, you can use highlighters, if you want to collage, anything goes. Let your creativity run wild. This week's theme is food. How you interpret that is up to you. Let's dive in and take a look at our featured artist this week, Itsu Kobayashi. He is a Japanese artist and chef, and he uses his sketchbooks to record his favorite meals and different meals that he makes. And I was super inspired by all of the details in here. He'll even save receipts and describe everything. I thought they were super colorful and would be a great jumping off point for this week's prompt. I decided to go with a theme of a day in the life of quarantine food. So summarizing an average day, what I like to eat. So I started out by sketching out with a pencil to sort of get my layout and make sure that I had enough room to fit everything. I used some fun designs, and I also used a clock to sort of space out what I eat during the day. I made sure to add both images and writing. You'll want to include both writing and images in your page, and you also want to fill up the whole page, so the entire composition is used. I ended up adding color, but if you want to use your pages using just one material, just Sharpie or pencil, you can do that. Use whatever materials you have on hand, and please do not stress if you don't have paint. So I'm going to list some ideas of topics you could do for your sketchbook pages. One could be a day or week of food where you list out what you've eaten. Another could be an ode to food that you miss. You could go through a recipe or how to make your favorite dish. You could list out your favorite foods you've been eating during quarantine. You could draw a portrait of the inside of your fridge or kitchen, do an anatomy of a food that you really like, or invent your own way to interpret this prompt. So in terms of assessment, I'm looking for 3 main things. First, that you creatively engage with the idea in your own way. Second, I want you to fill both pages of your sketchbook completely. Obviously, there can be negative space if it's creative, but I really do want you to use the full pages. Finally, your pages should have both drawing and writing on them. Each prompt is meant for you to reflect on your own experience and your own ideas and creativity, and to put yourself into the sketchbook pages. One of the amazing things about a sketchbook is that it's not a finished artwork. It doesn't have to be precise. It doesn't have to be perfect. In fact, I think it looks cooler when there's smudges, where there's things crossed out. It shouldn't look perfect. Even mine, I had wet paint on here, and then I went and I closed it, and now I have some smudge marks on the page, but that's just part of the process. That's part of having a sketchbook. This is your place to fail. It's your place to experiment. All right, so now time to take all of those ideas and start experimenting in your sketchbook. Check out the assignment post on Google Classroom for a file of drawing resources with helpful step-by-steps and things that you can copy, or look up your own. So each week there will be a video like this introducing the prompt, and your assignment is to create 2 sketchbook pages. Additionally, there will be an exit ticket that will ask you to reflect on your process. I'm really excited to see what you guys do with this. I hope that this is an encouraging and fun assignment for you, and that you can play, you can let it all out, and you can also make something that you feel really good about that records your experience and what's going on right now. Just think, you can look back in a few years, 10 years, 20 years to your sketchbook and be like, what was that like during quarantine again? And you'll have a really cool time capsule sort of snapshot thing that will give you a glimpse into what your life is right now. So I encourage you, experiment, have some fun. Sketchbook pages are not supposed to be perfect. And I will see you again next week with a new prompt and another challenge. Bye guys.